What's going on, guys? Roger here, QVO Tactical. Today we are out on the range with a very nice EDC gun. Guys, this is the Bul Armory Ultralight Pro with the V6 ports. Let's get into it. Before we jump into first rounds, guys, I always like to tell you how we go about getting products here on the channel for review. We've been working with the team over at Bul Armory for a number of years now, and they recently came out with the Ultralight Pro, which is this V6 ported version, and they asked us if we'd like to get on the channel. Of course, Bul is one of our favorite double stack 1911 guns to shoot, so they did send this out to us free of charge, guys. Please keep that in mind as you watch the video. Now let's jump into first rounds. All right, guys, time for first rounds with the highly anticipated Bul Armory Ultralight Pro, guys. We got the V6 porting in there. It also wouldn't be a Vegas range day without a crap ton of wind, but we're gonna do it anyway. So, let's shoot some 115s here, and let's see how the first shots feel. Here we go. Oh my gosh. Dude, so you can see, like, all the powder and the carbon and everything, but yeah, like, the ports are working, man. That thing stays flat. This thing is only 3 1/4 inches, guys, and that stayed super flat. I definitely got to bring the dot up. It is shooting a little low, but return to 0 was right away. You could hear as my cadence sped up during the string of fire. I mean, even with it shooting low, I think I kept all of them alpha except for this. Actually, here. So here's the line. So most of them alpha. A few here. I think this was my first shot, so that's probably me. We got the antimatter wing on there, so your kind of first shots, you'll gauge how much leverage you want to use forward on a thumbs forward grip in conjunction with the ports and the ammo you're shooting. But man, that thing feels great. It's nice that it's such a compact setup, but stays so flat still. So I'll have Marco shoot his first rounds and see what he thinks, but I'm pretty sure he's gonna like this one too.
So we got the Bul Armory Ultralight Pro here. It's pretty cute, a little chunky. Nice, shoots flat. Grip's a little on the chunky end, but I mean, it's 2011, so double stack. The ports work pretty good, so like a V6 style porting. Smooth. So if you take a look at the hits here, you can see it's vertical stringing, meaning the gun, when you shoot it, doesn't really move side to side. That very V6 style porting really just keeps it flat on a straight trajectory like that. Very nice, very nice, especially for a tiny gun.
What's going on, guys? As you see, we are in different clothes now. We went to do the zeroing and the accuracy portion of the video, and we noticed that my optic screws, I put witness marks on the optic on the screws, and they had turned, so the optic was coming loose. Turns out the screws that come with the Hollow Sun EPS carry, they're actually a little too short, so I ended up having to order longer 12mm screws. So the exact one you guys are going to need, it's going to be Torque screws. They're M4 12mm. You guys will see the Bul Armory optic cut is actually pretty deep, which is nice because you can get a lot of threads in there. So ended up going with those screws, got them witness marked, got them Loctited. We should be good to go, and we're back out on the range. I'm going to shoot different types of defensive 9mm. So I'm going to start off with the SuperVel solid copper hollow point. They're plus P 115s, and then I'm going to try a couple other like higher end brands that are out there that people commonly use for defensive ammo, and see what kind of groupings we can get here with the Bul Armory Ultralight Pro. But yeah, first up, our friends over at SuperVel with their solid copper hollow points, which is actually Marco's carry defensive ammo. All right, I'll shoot the top left circle. Phone's recording so you guys can see as they happen. Here we go. All right, let's go take a look. Down here at the target now, guys, and looks like furthest to furthest is 3 3/4 inches, so just under 4. These targets are 6 inches wide, guys, so it is smaller than a head box. So I mean, don't get me wrong, all shots within this black circle are going to be good, but do we want to see a tighter group than 3 3/4? Yeah, definitely. So I'm gonna try some Spear gold dot here, and we'll see if it does any better. Next up, guys, like I said, gold dot Spear. It's 124 grain though, and I want to say we zeroed 115, so definitely should see a vertical shift, if anything. Shoot the top right target. Here we go. All right, let's go take a look. Down here with the Spirit Gold Dot, guys, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is a super wide spread. Furthest to furthest is probably these two, and we are looking at just over 6.5, so like 6 5/8. It's gonna be bigger than this head box, so that's definitely not ideal. Very interesting to see. Like, you know, Spirit Gold Dot was what I carried. It was issued, you know, here in Vegas for Las Vegas Metro. I'm sure it still is.
Yep, still is.
So, and it's kind of like Gold Dot, it's the gold standard. So I'm going to try. I've had really good luck with the Atlanta arms that we picked up from our friends over at Ventura. So I'm going to try that here on the bottom left and see if it does better for us. Next up, guys, the Atlanta Arms Elite. This is their precision match, 115 grain, hollow points. And like I said, I had good luck with this. So bottom left now. Here we go. All right, let's go take a look. Down here now at the target with the Atlanta Arms, guys. Love seeing the dead center bullseye shot. That's always a good confidence builder. But furthest to furthest, we are looking at center to center, 3 inches. So guys, happy to see this 3-inch group. The gun is a 3 1/4 inch barrel. So the Ultralight Pro, 3 1/4 inch barrel, and it's ported, super flat. But the fact that I'm able to hit within this 8 ring, which the 8 ring is 3.5 inches. So, and if I translate over the head box, you guys can see you'd be well within a head box. So if I'm able to get solid hits at 25 yards with a 3-inch gun, 3 1/4 inch gun, and it's ported, I'm very happy with those results. You guys can see here, the SuperVel was just at 3 3/4, so it's 3/4 of an inch group wider. But to me, these are the realistic expectations that you could, you know, expect with this 3-inch gun. Again, this is my skill set, guys. I'm sure if I had a ransom rest out here and had a little lever that was actually the trigger, probably be tighter, but I'm happy that with my skill set, I'm able to produce these results. Last up, guys, the Winchester Ranger 147 hollow points. We put a new target over the bottom right one because one of the rounds from the Spirit Gold Dot hit that from previously. So you guys should be seeing the target in the phone, and here we go, bottom right. All right, let's go take a look. Down here with the Winchester Ranger 147 hollow points, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Furthest to furthest is going to be this guy and the one down here at 3 3/4 of an inch. So it's actually the same as the SuperVel solid copper hollow point 115s. So if you're ranking all of these for this particular setup, the Atlanta Arms of the 3-inch group is the winner. Second place would be SuperVel and the Winchester Rangers. And then third place, surprisingly, would be the Spirit Gold Dot 124s. So guys, going back to it though, I am more than happy with this group. 3-inch group at 25 with a 3-inch gun all day long. But I'm going to put a target here, and I'm going to get a solid 0 at 15 yards. I zero my carry guns at 15 yards, so with this being, I can say right now, with how flat it is and how easy it is to conceal, it definitely would be a gun that I would run as an EDC gun. So I'm going to zero it at 15 with the Atlanta Arms, and then it'll be squared away for carry. So we took a minute, guys, to get dialed in here at 15 yards with the Atlanta Arms 115. Now I'm just going to shoot this group for confirmation, and this gun should be zeroed for carry. Here we go. All right, let's go take a look. So with our 15-yard zero, guys, definitely we want to see all 5 rounds touching here. I'll probably make, you know, a slight adjustment, come down 1 click and left 1 click on my Holosun EPS carry just to get it closer to center. But definitely the results that I want to get. And Something that I do with every gun that I decide to make a carry gun, guys, I'll come out when I'm done with my range stuff. I come out, zero it at 15, pick your distance, whether you want to do 10, 15, 25, whatever it may be. Get a solid zero that you're going to feel confident with. That way, you know, if you ever have to use this gun, you know in your head, hey, I dialed that thing in perfectly at the distance that I chose. So getting this all day long, perfect, good to go. Time for some build drills, guys. Gonna rock this from Concealment, QVO Wingman Flex, and let's see how we do. Here we go. Felt solid. 179. Best split was a 15. You guys go. First shot was a .99. Taking a look at the hits. This would probably be 3 Alpha and then 3 Charlie. Competitively speaking, but defensively, all day long. 1 in the jaw, 1 in the neck, 3 in the chest, and 1 in the left, or his right lung, I guess. Ah, man, that first one went super low, and then I adjusted. It was a 170, but I got a mic in there. Best split was a 14. But man, that first shot I saw break right here as I was coming up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So nice. What? It's like a 2-inch group, but doesn't matter because I missed. A little wider, but that was a 167 for Concealment. Best split was a 14. And again, defensively, I'm okay with this, but competitive-wise, I'd only have 2 Alpha. It'd be 2 Alpha. Oh, actually, that would probably, yeah, that would have been, so 3 Alpha, 1, 2, 3. That's a lucky Alpha, though. And then 1, 2, 3 Charlie.
Alpha the hard way, as we say.
Oh, there you go. So, let's see. 3 Alpha, 3 Charlie for a 167 with the best split of 14. I'm sure Marco's about to beat those splits with his doubles drill here.
Slow on the draw, though. So Marco here with the doubles drill on the Bul Armory Ultralight Pro. So ported gun. It should be easy to keep on target here. We're going to check the doubles. We're going to see how that sight tracks with this gun on target.
Stand by. Got 14, 14, and 15.
Very smooth, very controllable. So they all stay in line. The gun literally just does this bang, drops the dot back on, bang. Very reliable on it, so easy to do with the trigger. Very nice trigger, I will say.
So Marco, for like people that are new to the channel, explain to them first and second shots, what's happening, where you're breaking them.
So first shot was 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Basically, the gun will just do this. That's the way this gun drives with the recoil impulse. The ports really knock it down, like back down really quick, which is kind of nice.
So first shot, boom, and then as it comes up, when the recoil's come back down, you're breaking the second
breaking the second shot immediately. That's
and you're doing all of that within like 14 tenths of a second.
It's easy. The more you shoot this gun, the more easier it is too. The trigger is very nice, I will say. It's got a very nice trigger in it.
So guys, little special treat for you. Look who just showed up to the range all the way
Surprise.
from LA.
It's me. One more time.
You guys watch my gambling videos, the one I'm always tagging.
Yeah, whether I'm there or not. Making me want to come back.
He just drove up on range, so we figured let's have him shoot his first rounds on this and see what he thinks. Go for it, bud.
That's nice. For as small as it is, it doesn't act like it.
Right.
Like these ports really keep it driven down. Like I was kind of worried about, like I was like a little bit smaller than usual, but like double stack grip really gets my support hand like a nice locked in texture with it. Yeah, I'm not losing the dot too much as far as like when it's tracking up through recoil. Yeah, trigger's nice, really fast follow-ups. This is tight. This is all factory?
Yep.
Dude, that's sick.
Not available in California.
Yeah, well, like most fun things are not available in California. That's why I come out here, hang out with you guys.
Marco here with the trigger breakdown on the Bul Armory Ultralight Pro. It did state it had a 3 to 3.5 trigger pull out of the box. Let's see. So take-up's right there, nice and clean to it, to the wall. Breaks very nicely. I will say it does feel lighter since all the shots we got down range with it. It felt like it's breaking at 2.5 now. So there's the wall, breaks nice and clean, reset quick, resets nice and quick. This gun with the port and this trigger system, you can really let this thing rip. Stupid easy to do.
Now, because I know some of you are going to ask, I did bring the trigger gauge out from Wheeler. So, gun is clear. I'm going to have Marco hold on to the beaver tail safety, and then we'll get you guys an accurate reading here. So, there is a 2.97, so 2 pounds, 9.7 ounces there. Try to get on camera for you best we can. And then I'll do one more for you. Again, 2 pounds, 9.1 ounces. So, out of the box, guys, it says it's 3 to 3.5. I want to say from the bill drills, other stuff, we probably have like 300 rounds through it. It's not great, but we did notice like the trigger is, it smoothed out even more. And that's something we definitely like. Like being able to run bill drills from concealment in, you know, the 1.6s, that's awesome. I definitely like it. Like Mark was saying, when you get to that wall, you know it's there, but just know that a little more pressure, it's going.
It's nice. They did a good job on it.
So I definitely think this is the style of trigger Marco would like for carry.
Optimal carry trigger.
But yes, we did bring it out so you guys could see. So guys, whenever we have ported guns on the channel, I like to grab 3 different grains of 9mm to show you in super slow motion how the gun's recoiling with different grains. So I got 147, 124, and then 115. I'm going to shoot 5 rounds of each. Run it in super slow-mo for you guys, and you can let us know in the comment section which looked like it shot the flattest. Here we go. First 5 rounds, 147s. Second set, 124s. Last set of 5, 115 grain. So guys, before we hop into our final thoughts, just want to go over some of the new highlights for the new Ultralight Pro from Bul Armory. The gun is going to retail for $19.50, the Pro version, because it has those V6 ports in the front there. The Ultralight without porting is $17.50. The Ultralight, the regular one without the ports, is actually was out as of last year, Q3. But this one, the new Ultralight Pro with the porting, is going to be Q2 of 2025, so you guys should be seeing it out very soon, if not already. Additionally, they have the new compact grip module. Had a couple questions on Instagram in regards to how it felt. They actually asked if it was comparable to a Staccato C2. I would say it's a little smaller than a C2, but a little bigger than a Staccato CS. So it's definitely not hard to get your hand around. It feels good in the hand, and like I like that it was able to be compatible with the other full-size models to use their magazines. Their new optic system is the BAO micro optic system, and it now has like a boss. So it's got a little like indentation where the plate goes in and holds reliably with the RMSC and the Hollis K footprints. The Ultralight will now ship with an aluminum magwell, which is something I really like. It's minimal and more orientated for CCW for EDC carry. They are using a stainless steel one-piece guide rod. The new slide design has new aggressive serrations, making it easier to grab onto the slide and actuate it. Everything now is also going to be PVD coated with the grip safety and the screws, so it's got all an all black murdered out look. Now, some questions that I know you guys might have down below in the comment section. Why does the Pro have a black front sight? Well, with that porting, it's going to have, if you have a fiber optic front sight, it's just going to get burnt up. So they went with a black front sight. That way you don't have to deal with that issue. Is the new magwell going to work with the previous generation of the Ultralight? Actually, no, it will not. So the new magwell only works with the new compact grip module. Is in regards to the Ultralight versus the Ultralight Pro, is the V6 porting the only difference? Yes, that is the only difference. The guns are made exactly the same, using the same parts and the same specs, just the difference is going to be that V6 porting. Is the Ultralight Pro, the ported model, going to work with factory ammo? And that's one thing that we'll go over in the final thoughts. It's going to work with most supersonic ammunition, guys, but note that plated ammunition is not recommended for use with ported or compensated barrels, and it might affect accuracy. That's something that we addressed in a previous Bul video, and again, like I said, we'll go over that in the final thoughts. Is it going to work with the previously supplied SAS2 magazines? Yes, they work with all the generation of magazines from Bul, which is great. And then what screws are you going to need for your optic? It is designed to work with the screws that are included with the Holosun K footprint, so like the EPS carry screws that we got. However, we found that's actually not the case and it didn't work. And again, I'll go over that in final thoughts because we had to actually go on Amazon and order some different screws, which were readily available, but they did come loose on us on the range again. So we'll talk about that, like I said. All right, guys, time for final thoughts. Marco and Roger here with the Bul Armory Ultralight Pro, little V6 ports on the end of this 3 1/4 inch compact setup. Marco, take it away, bud.
Great gun for the money. The ports do a lot of work. Ported guns made a big comeback finally. You can see it reap all the benefits from it. Keep that gun nice and flat. The stippling is very nice too. It's not that aggressive where if you carry it, it's not going to rub on your skin that bad. So it's very, very, very nice. The trigger broke in extremely nicely, I will say. I like the trigger the best about this. The bob, the hammer, kind of nice for a carry gun. Ambi controls, standard stuff, standard features these days for most guns. I think it's nice.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I like it a lot.
Mimicking everything, Marco said lots of pros. I agree with him on a bunch of that. Like I like that they jumped into small details, like PVD coating all of the things that we asked about before. So now the whole gun is all black. The ports definitely do the trick. I like they kept everything minimal. Like to me, this is like what an EDC double stack 1911 should be. Everything like, again, the small details with bobbing the hammer. They even bob the beaver tail. And I will say this, you're gonna have a little bit of learning curve, like driving down for a quick draw. Sometimes I did come on top of that, but just moving the gun over a little bit more and scooping into that beaver tail completely got rid of that. Literally took me like 2 bill drills to realize that and then fix it, not a problem. I like the minimalist magwell. I like that it comes with it. I like that they extended the mag release just slightly. Like it's not crazy, but you can tell it's a little larger, easy to get to. But yeah, I'm liking all the features. I'm very surprised with 3 1/4 inch. You know, the grouping at 25, I'm happy with the 3 inch group, but you know, even more so, all rounds touching at 15 is awesome. Lots of good things to say about the gun. I know you guys can be like, what are the cons? There are a few, in my opinion. I wish that Bul would send the screws that are needed. I think that when manufacturers do that, it just makes it less of a headache for the customer. Like I tried the Holosun screws that we had. We came out here and the optic came loose to the point where it was wiggling. We're like, dang, we realized there wasn't enough thread getting through the optic and the plate that comes with it for the BAO optic mounting system. I do like the plate now. It has the new Boss that, you know, it goes in and fits right into a groove. Like it makes it fit completely straight. There's no way for it to adjust. It is a spacer plate and the screws go directly through the optic, through the plate into the gun. But the screws that come with the Holosun aren't long enough. They are not. Additionally, I ordered the same exact size. So M4 is the screw and the thread, but I got 12 millimeter, which are longer. And you guys can see, looking at my witness marks, it still came loose on us. So might have to either switch to, I don't want to go to red Loctite, but we might have to, or I might have to torque it past. I want to say Holosun recommends, I think, 15 inch-pounds. I typically do 18, but I might have to go a little further since it is a deeper pocket with a screw being able to go down, or use a different Loctite. But that is something I did notice, and I'll address it, and I want to come back out to the range, put it, you know, a couple hundred more rounds to it, make sure those don't move on me. Other than that, the magazines for me will always be like, they're proprietary mags. I will say that I'm happy that it sticks with the platform, so you can use, you know, a full-size Bul Armory mag in this gun, which is great. That's cool. But I do still wish, you know, I have boxes of 2011 mags, of double stack 1911 mags, and I wish they would work with this. So, but you know, that kind of is what it is. Trigger, like Marco said, dude, that thing is solid.
Good.
Understand that you need to get some range time with it, in my opinion. It will surprise you if you're not used to, you know, if you're somebody jumping over from a striker fire to this, go put 1,000 rounds to this thing before you're, in my opinion, guys. But everything feels great about it. My last gripe would be, I still don't like the whole like making sure you're using non-plated ammunition. Like when we dove into that in the last video, there are so many manufacturers for like plinking range ammo that are using plated ammunition. That's how they keep it so cheap. And for it to be such a wide thing out there, and then for that to have issues with it, kind of bugs me. So we did use Winchester White Box because that's FMJ, no plating, and it's reasonably cheap ammo. So there are options out there, guys. You're not going to be like, hey, I have to get the specialty ammo, but that's something that you need to remember if you just shoot other reman or other ammunition that you get, you know, for a bargain for plinking. That's not something you want to run through this, especially if it's plated. So didn't have any issues, no fouling whatsoever. But you know, we were extra cautious this time with making sure we used Winchester White Box, and then for all of the zeroing, we used, you know, higher end, more expensive defensive ammunition, which didn't give us any issues. So, but something to keep in mind. I shoot a bunch of ported and compensated guns, guys, and I've never had that issue. So I'm not sure what the difference is with manufacturing wise in regards to the barrel. So maybe somebody down below that's more into machining or engineering can explain that better for us. I don't know if it's anything to do with back boring or any of that stuff, why it would cause fouling if you use plated ammunition. So, but that is something that they now have on their website as well. So, you know, if you guys are doing, it's not the end all, like you can clean it out. They were able to clean it out on my other one and got it back to being super accurate, no problems. But that is something to note that you need to be aware of, and I want to emphasize it that way you guys don't run into that situation that we had. But price point, $19.50. So I definitely think it's a better value than some of the other competitors out there. It's priced more affordably. I know for some people out there, they're like, what the hell, $2 grand for a carry gun? I mean, yeah, when you're getting up there with, you know, other 1911 double stacks or 2011s, that's kind of on the
standard.
Yeah,
it's 2011s, guys. It's not like a Glock anymore. You're switching platforms. It's like going from like
at the same time though, you and I have friends that run $2,000 Glocks. So
true, but it's like starting with like a Corvette versus like a Ferrari. So there is a shift there in the platform. So, but
this thing did great. Would I carry it? Yes, 100%. Like it's comfortable. Speaking of carrying it, we are running it in our Wingman Flex. I always forget to plug our own company. Guys, Wingman Flex, this is our appendix rig. It's the newer rendition of our former Wingman, and it's got a flex. This is TR90, so extremely durable, flexible material. Definitely check out the video that we did on this. And it has our new, this is Geisha de los Muertos, so kind of a mix of the Japanese geisha style with Dia de los Muertos, and kind of designed this ourselves and got it, you know, printed exactly how we wanted a pattern, and it came out really great. I like it. A lot of people are liking it, ordering it. So if you're wondering where the holster is, it's a QVO Tactical Wingman Flex for a 3.5-inch 2011 with the TLR7 sub. This is the TLR7 HLX sub. There's 1,000 lumens coming out of that little guy, dude.
It's nice.
So threw on the antimatter wing because I like gas pedals on everything. I like guns to shoot as flat as I can possibly make them. So, but yeah, gun did great. Bull, you knocked it out of the park with this. I think if you're somebody that is looking for, I think it gives you all the benefits of a compact concealed carry setup, but with the feel of like shooting a full-size gun.
Yeah, feels like a full-size, completely, shooting it.
So, but that's all we got for you. Hasegawa, you shot, you know, maybe 50 rounds to this thing. Thoughts off camera, what do you think? Or thoughts, yeah, you're not on camera, what do you think?
Yeah, it's nice. Yeah, especially for the price. You're mentioning the price point. It's kind of like, you look at other competitors in that range, it's kind of like people scoff at the price, but it's like, really like, what are the other options?
Yeah, when you're comparing it, you're gonna be like, holy cow, this is the more, you know, budget-friendly option.
Especially for porting, like I see a lot of people buying a gun and then sending it off, getting all the, you know, texture mods, porting and all that kind of stuff, and like you're super into like almost $4 grand for the gun and all that kind of stuff. So like the fact that they can offer that from factory set up the way that it is, it's like very compelling for somebody looking for that type of, you know, carry gun.
And understand, guys, when I say budget-friendly, I don't mean a budget gun whatsoever. This thing shot and performed just as good as my higher-end double-stack 1911s and 2011s. It's just they're able to make this gun at a price point that I think is extremely reasonable. And, you know, like Marco says in a lot of our videos, you're getting, what is it, a lot of bang for your buck?
Yeah, this is one of them right here.
So, but any questions, leave them down below in the comment section. Happy to answer them. Marco, appreciate you making some time for this one. Guys, thanks for watching. Ryan, thank you for driving all the way from LA just for this video.
Just for this video.
Guys, like I said, anything, leave it down below. Appreciate you watching. Definitely subscribe. If you need a holster, please check us out, qvotactical.com, and we'll see you in the next video. Little bonus footage for you guys. Who noticed the entire range day that I had the Smith & Wesson Bodyguard, the new one, the 380, in our pocket holster, in my pocket the whole time? So had this on me the whole time during the range, guys. And yes, I will carry it. Like, a lot of people are like, hey, since you have this now, are you just gonna carry that? I'm gonna carry this too. I don't run anything in my front right pocket. I don't ever have keys because my cars all use my phone to get into them. So yeah, I have the appendix rig plus this. You know, what is it? 2 is 1, 1 is none.
Pretty much.
So just curious if anybody noticed that I had this in my pocket.